Gaming is cooked, and it's also doing well too in the funniest way. Rocket League player decides to stop playing Rocket League as much, pretty much not as much active. Playing ranked on Rocket League is terrible. It's hard to play ranked when you got bots in the game. And allegedly, there's a anti-cheat coming to Rocket League. Apparently, from what people are saying, is it enough? Is it enough to keep people around? Is it enough to keep me, for instance? Like, is it good enough for me to keep playing and wanting to come around? There's no content in the game. You know what I mean? They're going to drop an anti-cheat. Okay, cool. But there's no maps. There's no map creator for creators or anything. So what are the odds we get a GTA before Rocket League gets an anti-cheat? So a lot of people have been questioning, what's the confirmed number for Marathon? How much money did they spend? Because a lot of us have been saying, they spent like 200 million, yada yada yada. So Marathon's development budget is over 200 million. So it's now confirmed. We'd heard rumors, we've heard talk, and we were all right pretty much. Still crazy, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these other games that they put more money into tend to not do as well, which is crazy to me. Another fighting game that's out. It's called Invincible Versus. I guess there's a beta right now, and there's a lot of rage quitting going on, which is kind of funny. So a lot of people are rage quitting. It's been 3 weeks since we first welcomed you to Piewell, and we're incredibly grateful for your adventurers' feedback and support along the way. Today, we'd like to share a preview of new features. So there's actually some new features. So a couple of these features are like playing against bosses again, like a rematch, right? So they got rematches. They got a difficulty they're going to be adding. They're going to be adding a couple other things. There's a lot of good things that they're adding to the game as well. A huge reason why Crimson Desert is so fascinating. It's a big budget, modern open world game that does not take place in a wasteland style scenario. No post-apocalypse, no Wild West, no Stranding, no Kingdom of Dark Souls. Here is a thriving, colorful team, thriving world teeming with life. I love it. Rockstar Games now wants to hire a person with a deep understanding of both Fortnite and Roblox. Very interesting. They might get... I think they might have their own little world. I think they're going to do what Fortnite's going to do, in my opinion. And maybe what Roblox does. And maybe they might have creators build stuff, and they might have open world events. They might do events and stuff like that. I mean, they could. I don't know what they would do, but, they're definitely going to do something. But who knows? Because we saw the CEO talk about how, like, I just hire the people and I let them do their thing, and I stay out of my way. I stay out of their way, whatever, something like that, right? Things are getting crazy in the gaming space. It feels weird. The past 5 to 6 years, I've been saying it too. Like, there's no game that's like, whoa, besides a few games, because they're gaining our trust, right? Because that's what it's going to be nowadays with a lot of these gaming companies. They're going to have to gain our trust. When they drop a game, people probably are not going to buy it until they see gameplay. That's just how it is nowadays. Because the trailers, they're not in-game footage, right? All these things are not in-game footage. So we have to wait until they drop it. And then when Crimson Desert dropped, you notice people started to slowly just start buying it. Slowly just start playing it more. You know what I mean? And this is just another example that microtransactions and online crossplay itself is ruining gaming, and that's Rocket League. You got Rocket League there. Like there's a screenshot I have somewhere. Hopefully I can find it. But there was a skin that they were selling for like $40 or $20 or something like that. It's crazy. It was like a $20 skin or something like that, and it's like just like colors. You know what I mean? Microtransactions ruin games. AI or bots ruin games, and that means PC. It's because they got hackers, and that's why I made my Project Helix video, because imagine a PC hybrid console. There's going to be PC aspects to that, and people are going to be able to get hacked into that. You know what I mean? It's scary. We got Rocket League dry as heck. People are wondering what the heck, when the heck are they going to get rid of these bots? They don't have anything. They don't have anything, because everything that's getting put into Fortnite is getting put into not Rocket League. You know what I mean? And think, you know what's so weird to me is Fortnite has an anti-cheat, don't they? Don't they have an anti-cheat in that game? How does Rocket League not have an anti-cheat by now? That should be, that's crucial. It's 2026. It's 2026, and Rocket League doesn't have a proper anti-cheat. And this is what I'm saying, man. I think Fortnite Epic Games should sell Rocket League to the original owners or someone better that can actually put love into this game, because what they're doing, what's happening to Rocket League is it's just falling apart. It really is, man. People are giving up and quitting. I talked about this in Fall Guys. There was a dude that was making maps. He was like, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to play this game as much anymore. I'm just not having fun, right? There's not content. You know, Fall Guys didn't get content until since July 2025, and I think they recently had like a fun little like April Fool's update or something. But man, you know what I mean? We got microtransactions, we got bots, we got hackers, we got no content. We got games that are falling off and getting canceled. You know, they're putting so much money into it. We got features that just don't make sense. Like, for instance, so this is what I mean, like taking out something like trading in Rocket League, something that people liked, or taking something out like player count, which a lot of games take out nowadays. Like Call of Duty, they took out player count. Call of Duty used to have player count. Call of Duty, you know what I mean? Fall Guys doesn't have player count, which is concerning. Like it's funny because they bring back Rocket League player count, but there's no player count in Fall Guys. So now all we do is look at Steam, and it's like, well, there's 1,000 people less. You know what I mean? So it's like console, console probably could be doing better than Steam, but there's no way it's doing any better. Like, well, probably is doing better, but it's not doing as much as what we would probably want. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, like the Steam charts. Like, give us like actual player numbers. I mean, if companies don't like us using the Steam charts to estimate and figure out how many people are actually playing the game or if they're enjoying it, give us player numbers. Prove us, you know what I mean? Like, stop hiding the player numbers. So, you know, that's a little jab to the developers and stuff. Not a bad jab, but you know, if you want people to stop looking at Steam charts and it's all psychology too, right? You know, I would like to see the numbers. You know what I mean? From all the crap. Like, come on, man. You know, Rocket League's gonna bring back player count. They're confident enough to bring. Okay, so bring player count to Fall Guys. Bring player count to freaking Call of Duty. I know Call of Duty is different than Fortnite and Fall Guys, but because they're different companies. But I'm just saying, like, yo, like, give us something. You know what I mean?